Yeah, it is Thanksgiving week, and office closes on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Off tomorrow as well. Oh, okay. What's the occasion? I highly doubt it's Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is an American thing, I'm pretty sure. Does UK have its own Thanksgiving? I know Canada's Thanksgiving's in October. You don't have a Thanksgiving? What are some UK holidays that you guys tend to have that are like only in UK? Okay, Bonfire Night on the 5th, Remembrance Day on the 11th, okay. November 11th is usually Veterans Day for us. Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day. I don't consider Halloween and Valentine's Day a holiday because nobody's off school on Halloween and nobody's off school on Valentine's Day. And same with work. There's special days for sure, but I don't consider them holidays. I know Japan has something called White Day. It's basically Valentine's Day in March though. And do schools and colleges have time off in the US? So, school holidays include... Let's start off with the very beginning of the year. So New Year's, of course, time off. Basically the first week of January, because the very beginning of January is when most kids already have 1 week off from winter break. Winter break's 2 weeks, and that's in like that starts in the last week of December. There's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's usually on a Monday in January. February has President's Day. We used to have Columbus Day off, but they took that out kind of recently. Somewhere between March and April, there is spring break, which is like 1 week. Obviously, that's not the case with work, but for schools, you get 1 week off for spring break. And that's like towards the end of March and in the beginning of April. Usually it occurs whenever there's Easter Sunday. In May, there's Memorial Day. And then most schools usually end the school year in the middle of June. But I think somewhere in the middle of June, there's what's called Juneteenth. That started to become a thing. It wasn't always like that before, at least when I was in school. But Juneteenth started becoming a holiday here. And then, of course, you have like most of the summer off, unless you take summer school. Assuming you take summer school, then there's July 4th. And in September, there is Labor Day. And then November is Veterans Day on November 11th. Unless November 11th is on a weekend, then it's either a Monday or a Friday. Which this year, we had Friday off. The Friday before Veterans Day. And then the 4th week of November, most schools have 1 week off for Thanksgiving. And then on December, the last week of December, whatever the week of that Christmas is on, you get 2 weeks. So in most school years usually begin in either middle of August or beginning of September, and will end typically in middle of June. I believe also in May, I believe Cinco de Mayo is a holiday. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know Cinco de Mayo is a thing. And Cinco de Mayo is, I believe, May 5th, which sounds about right, because Cinco is 5 and Mayo is May. 2-minute silence? What does that mean? Everyone stands in silence for 2 minutes? I've never heard of this before. So, no? Wait, I forgot another days that we get off. There's Mother's Day and Father's Day. Yeah, Mother's Day is usually in March, I think. Too many days to remember, especially like for birthdays. It took me like a year and a half to like remember when Danielle's birthday is. I'm so bad. At least for me. As I get older, like, most days, including like holidays, just feels like any other day to me. Because my daily routine, even on like holidays, doesn't really change much. With a few exceptions, of course. If family wants to do something on a particular day. Usually whenever my family wants to plan something, it's usually during the evening, because most people are free during the evening. Even Christmas, kind of. Like, I'm not gonna wake up in the morning to go out somewhere on Christmas, because usually the Christmas event is in the evening. I started feeling that way like a few years ago, when I started actually working. Like, I used to want a lot of presents. Obviously, back then, I didn't have a job, so I couldn't get my own things. And then when I started working, and I actually made money off of my jobs, then most things that I want, I could just save up for on my own and get them. Nowadays, whenever people ask me like what I want for Christmas, it's hard for me to decide. Like, usually games that I'm interested in playing, like when they come around in like November, during like holiday season, I can usually just pre-order them and get them right away. Most things that I want are just games, so I can like build up my collection. And when I ask that I want a game for Christmas, there's a bit of guilt inside me because I know that I can just get them by myself. Of course, you can argue that with any gift. You can get any gift by yourself without having to have someone gift a gift for you. But obviously, of course, it's Christmas, so it's the thought that counts. And then now, like, I'm at the point where I need to, like, get people gifts. Like, especially, like, Danielle. I gotta actively think about what I want to get for Danielle. I actually have one right now. I actually ordered what I want to give Danielle. Danielle doesn't even know what it is yet. Yeah, I don't know when I'll do my Christmas shopping for other people. I have to at some point. Probably sometime in December. Because I told Danielle that, like, hey, is it okay if we just take a break from hanging out for a weekend in December? That way we can focus on Christmas shopping. Danielle said, okay. I don't really like to ask people what they want, even though there's nothing wrong with it, but like, if I ask somebody what they want, and they give me the answer, then they know exactly what I'm getting them, which kind of like breaks the surprise, you know what I mean? So like, right now, the gift I have in place for Danielle later this Christmas, she didn't even ask me to get whatever it is I'm getting her. I'm getting it because I know she'll probably like it. I'm also just bad at like asking people like what they like in order to give me a general idea of what to get people. Unless it's somebody that like I regularly talk to and I know for sure what they like because I know them enough like that. But most people IRL aren't really like that for me nowadays. I kind of became less sociable in real life, so I have a hard time getting to know people on that kind of personal level.